This third video is about how we lived the term and what we succeeded with, and also perhaps what questions we were left with. Um, what we realize is that, throughout the term, it's not about what you tell the network. It's about what you believe. So if you want to own the promise, then you own it. And owning it means the goals and it means the statements, but it also means the behaviors. If it talks about being collaborative, it's talk about being value driven, then you have to be collaborative as a PAI, as an AI team with each other. Leadership every day, high quality experiences starts with the AI experience, starts with that team. It starts towards the MCPs supporting them. And I realized as a leader that only by being authentic to the organization, myself, with my team, could we move the organization. So, we started off, you know, beautiful roll call, lots of action, you can do it, we can do it, everyone can do it. But by the end, it was, I believe we can do it, let's do it together. It was that behavior. And that was the first learning. We had this campaign by the end of our term, which was own it, believe it, make it happen. And, you know, we owned it, we believed it, we made it happen. That was our term. The last 6 months were the easiest of our term because we were going, we were running. And I think, yeah, that's a learning for any team, I think. For AI in particular, know the context, live the context, and be clear together. What does it mean to you? And that's what it meant to us. Um, Second thing, GIP always up. Supply and demand, ownership of it, definitions. But fundamentally, we realized we have to change the way we plan GIP as a global organization because we were not getting there. So we really tried to shift the global planning of the organization. We implemented that primarily at our IPM. It was 6 months down the road. Our belief was that in order to achieve on that program, it needed the entities to plan together, to work together, not after raising, not after matching, but from the first day. And yeah, I think a great ISEC is one where entities they don't plan alone. They don't sit in their own planning conference, with their LCPs. See, what do we want to do? What do you want to do? No, they don't do that. I think a great ISEC that develops leadership across cultures, that develops understanding across cultures, is one where that is happening with entities together in a room, whether those are MCPs or you bring the LCPs together, but you say, we're going to do this with you. What are you going to do? How are we going to do it together? And you build the plan together. And we started that with MCPs. I think it was a good first start. It was a start. I don't know where that went. I think some of it, was obvious. We planned partnerships and that continued, and the partnerships were followed up on. And there were some huge partnerships. Brasilumbia was really growing, really really growing in our term as a GIP partnership, and some others as well. But on GIP in particular, that was hard for entities. That was a hard thing to break through. But we left behind an organization that started to see the possibilities. Perhaps it could have come earlier. Perhaps it could have come in a different way. I don't know. I wasn't there after. You are, so you know the answer to that. Secondly, we're looking at quality in our programs, in particular aligning expectations. And expectations alignment, sometimes we use that as an excuse to say, well, the EP wasn't set the right expectations, so just set the right expectation and we can deliver whatever we want. No, expectations set on both sides. That means what are the minimum standards that, no matter what, you cannot do an ISEC internship, call it an ISEC internship, if it doesn't meet the standard minimums. On the other hand, what the customer says, the person who's been told, we need to listen to that. It's not just you're matched, you're realized, my number's on the system, go to the next project. No, what you say, I need to follow up, I need to listen. And we're implementing this MPS waterflow, we're implementing the standards, we're legislating them globally for internships, because we believe the organization needed really to lock in on quality, not for the sake of quality, but for the sake of delivering great experiences, that we're delivering leadership. We were focusing a lot on learning inside our standards. And finally, because we needed it to grow as a strategy, already quality, anyone who works in global companies talk to now, they will talk about this a lot. I wish I talked even more to them before I was PAI. Quality, quality, quality. And I just came from China, and I bought this fantastic Xiaomi camera here. You can look at it. I'm not using that to record. I'm using my old iPad. Two competitors looking at each other. But why did I buy this? Yeah, it's a good price. It's available, but the quality, it's fantastic quality. And that's what's going to drive growth in any organization. So we worked on that. And we left behind a system of standards. We left behind the system of satisfaction delivery, and finally, global information system. It's the buzzword, but it's also a pain to the AI teams because it's so hard, it's so difficult, it's so much. But for us, that was not a 2015 strategy. We knew that it doesn't make sense to implement that in 2013, 2014 for 2015 achievement. That doesn't make sense. For us, it was much more long term. For us, it was, well, there are some limits now on the system, but we could tweak them, within a 2-year period. Tweak them, make them a little bit better. But fundamentally, young people are living in a digital age. And if we are the organization for young people, that is where we need to be. And we need to be there in a fantastic way, as a gateway, as a way of collaborating across entities, so that on the other side, those physical experiences that are unique to ISEC, once delivered, we have everyone on board on that. Those were the legacies we're trying to leave behind. The GIS implemented by the following teams. We just put the first building blocks in place. I know that's been a challenging journey for ISEC. I still believe our decision to go ahead with that was the right one. I don't know all the details, but that's my belief. And finally, on top of that, encompassing it, was this belief: own it, believe it, make it happen. And for us, that was binding it all together, because why bother? Why bother with this quality? Why bother with this, supply and demand planning? It's so boring. It's so boring. Make it happen. Why bother with this GIS and the details and the details and the details? Because in the end, hard work in all of these small things that are big things, that matters, because we believe in this ISEC, this bigger ISEC, what we can achieve. And we knew that to achieve it, we need to believe it, we need to own it, we need to make it happen. And our network and us together need to make it happen. But also we knew that if we're going to fail running at 100%, and then we will laugh at our failures because we know we gave it all. And there's no better way of failing than giving it all, because that's with honor, that's with pride, because then well, I did all I could. And that's a good feeling too. And I think coming out of my term as a PAI, I think in particular for the journey we took and for the way we grew as a team and as we grew as a network, my MCPs, I'm so proud of them still today. I think ultimately we gave 100% in our year. I don't think anyone in that year, 2013-14, didn't give 100%, didn't give everything to the final day. I remember on the last day of transition, telling my team in front of the new team and the SG, thank you, our journey is over. And my team was shocked. Oh, it's over? It's, they were ready to work more. They were ready to go. And then we had a hell of a party to close it off. And I wish you that party. I wish you that party in 13 months from now, because I wish you to go 100%. But remember, you're the first year. It's a different context. But I hope this gives you some perspective. Checking out, you can't yet. Get used to that floor. And see you soon. Bye.